And we're live. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, happy time zones, wherever you might be. I'm Emma. Welcome back to the House of Hubris here on twitch.tv/Saracent, and welcome back to, still not showing it on the screen, Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. This game is large. We're on, what, part 18? And from what I've gathered, I think we're at the end of chapter 2 out of 5. So we're going to be here for a while. This game's full of words, so, you know. So if you were here last time, you'll have seen we pretty much finished taking back Dresden. We killed a blacksmith dwarf guy. We ascended into our mythic path as the trickster, and now we have a little domino mask forever, apparently. We got the banner, which is now turned into our banner, because screw you, Iomedae, I'm god around here. Yeah. That's about it. We're just currently fighting our way back out of Dresden, finishing off the last few demons. Let's get back into it. We probably did other things. We did a lot of boss fights. Did at least one stupid thing. Met... Oh yeah, we met a Rudin Forlesh. That's probably important. Who turns out to have been kind of the driving force behind everything we've done so far. Rudin Forlesh, architect of the world wound and all that. Yeah. We freed her from a prison, which, honestly, she probably wouldn't have had that much trouble with, given that she can just walk through dimensions. And we also met Arushale, who was a succubus in prison, but not a bad succubus, honest guys, I promise. And we let her out, and she said, "I'll never see you again," which I doubt on account of she had voice acting. Anything to pick up before we leave here? Didn't think so. Yeah, my throat's a little questionable today, so sorry about that. Any weird noises I end up making. When was the last time my throat wasn't a bit questionable, to be fair? Hello? And yeah, to you too. Excuse me, 30 damage? 30? 96? I mean, I guess we do have 90 HP now. But even so, don't love it. Darren, do you think? I mean, you could have done more of your thing, but hey. Oh, and there's another Minotaur here. And you've frozen Clyde again.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel. Did you see that?
Critical hit for 57, reduced but not much. Nice one, Bismuth. Genuinely can't remember if I named Bismuth or not. Oh yeah, now she does constitution damage, so can just get a lot of instant kills. Love that for us. Love that new pick I've got. Oh no. They have an invoker. Why did we all stand close together? I'm very intelligent.
You won't survive me.
They survived you. Once again, Lan. Did you work on No Man's Sky? Because, God, you're good at overpromising. Anyway, that's sick burn aside. Okay, everybody group up and then Darren do your thing. Very nice. And a little bit more healing for Brigadoon over there. There's more going on here than I thought. Wait, there was another door there? Wait, that's to Dresden, that's to the tower.
Let's get to
Which
the
way am I meant to be
exciting
going? What does my journal even say at this point? Take the Citadel. Oh, okay. Fate can be ironic. Decades ago, Staunton Vane, who fought in the ranks of the Crusaders, handed Dresden over to the demons. Today, he will hand Dresden over to the Crusaders while fighting on the side of the demons. That's actually a pretty... yeah, good burn. Good burn. So what's up this tower? There's just levels and levels to this building, which really, I mean, that makes sense. That's generally how buildings work. What's at the top of the tower, then? Which way is the way that the story wants me to go? I don't know. Oh, there is an chest.
None shall escape.
Well, I got a mace, and now apparently I'm in a fight? With a Colossus Marauder? What the hell is that? Weird bug person. A demon of magic. Okay. Guess that's what a Colossus is.
We'll see to your demise.
And there I thought it was an intestinal condition. I mean, it might be. Invisibility? Well, if only I'd just taken a thing that meant I always could have C invisibility. Get wrecked. Given that I got my first mythic trick, which are basically all ways of saying, well, just metagaming your skills. I have the perception skill, so that just means I can see whatever, right? Now there's two Colossi. Colossus.
Your blood.
Okay, cool. Don't need to worry about the plural anymore.
Precision and grace.
Unfortunately, everybody else can't see invisibility as well.
Run them through. You're irrelevant.
Nanio, did I give you a dispel? I should probably have given you a dispel somehow.
Make every strike count.
Wow. So shouty. Doing a surprising amount of damage just by shouting.
Sacrifice.
Of course, that has dropped your invisibility, so get dead.
Out of my way.
Clocks out. That particular burn made no sense at all. Oh yeah, what is this head cracker I just got? Mithril finesse wielding mace. And first hit against a new target with it, Fortitude save will be stunned for D3 rounds. Solid. Don't love it, don't hate it. Not as good as my destroy your constitution, also even better if you're large. Heck. Wait, no. No, it's not the pick. I didn't go with the pick, did I? I went with the battle axe. That's what eats constitution. Yeah, the pick was like, it's good and thematic, but not it. Got so many very specific proficiencies needed. Alright, let's just start kicking in doors and opening heads. And the other way around. Okay, that way to the Citadel Command. But what else is there on this floor? There's a box. Love a box. Love good box, me. Ask anyone about me, that's what I tell you. Oh, Emma. Strange woman. Lots of box.
Move out.
Camellia.
I wonder.
Oh. Omox Befoulers. I'm sorry, but are these just the poop demons out of Dogma? Is that what we're dealing with here? Really feels like that's what we're dealing with here. Demon of Slaughter. And also poop.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Bypass the trap. Or don't, because you decided to not be able to do the move. Good job, love it. I'll just fireball these losers. I mean, the fireballing these losers strategy, less effective than might have been desired. What is it like an aura effect that we keep getting? Ah, yes. I think that's it. Halved speed and make everything harder to hit. Great. Love that for us. I mean, Camellia should... her Purity Aura thing should work on that, I'd think. Also, speaking of Camellia, heal plus... No, because it was slightly out of movement range. Great, love it. Love wasting actions. Diseases, inhaled poisons, and noxious gaseous effects are negated for a number of minutes equal to the shaman's level. Boop. Oh yeah, also you just have magic nullification. I'm assuming this counts as magic. Let's see. Oh, activating that aura was your standard action. Boo. Can I, like, acrobatics to get out of here without taking attacks of opportunity? No, that's not how that works. Thought that was how that works. Isn't. Alright. Finally, somebody gets some attacks off.
This pain is excruciating.
Again, stop sounding so excited about that. You're weirding everybody out, Camellia. Just because I've got this debuff on.
Won't survive me.
Hit chances, I may as well boost them. I mean, Acid Fog be damned, Ulbrig's still going to murder you. Give him another fireball and make it more effective this time. I mean, that was more effective on one of them, I suppose. Half a point.
My limit? So this is how it feels.
Somebody needs to heal Camellia immediately, which might be hard given... Oh, good. Her magic immunity ran out when she fell unconscious. That's good, otherwise she would presumably be impossible to heal. You're critical. There you go, you're good. And now back to being magic immune. Okay, so getting up is going to provoke attacks of opportunity. Using items, presumably anything is going to. So just lie there for a bit, all right? You'll be fine.
Let's hear you cry.
Could you just not miss them
So this
that
is how it
much?
feels.
Well, healing Camellia didn't go so great.
Endure this.
Guys. We've had this talk about learning to hit, I swear. Jeffrey Frost this one. That was about as effective as it ever is, Emma. Why are you surprised? I'm sorry, what? Did you just murder my backup dinosaur?
I'll make short work of this.
These literally walking piles of crap. More effective than might have been assumed.
Make every strike count.
That's more like it. Thank you, Lan. Yes, I know Camellia suffered a crippling wound. I was there. I was there.
Missed me already.
Darren, if you could just throw a channel. And then throw another channel. And now everybody's fine.
Got your back.
Except Camellia with her crippling injury. So, you know.
I hope you appreciate this.
But she's in good enough condition to disarm traps and then beg for compliments, and frankly, that's what we need her for.
Over there.
Aha! Loose brick. With just generic treasure behind it. Longsword +1, potions, scrolls, lockpicks. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, we've just robbed this chapel. It's all good. Anything in this corner that I can perceive? No? Okay. Right, now let's actually go up the stairs to the command room, shall we?
Head on.
Yes, let's head on. Let's do it head on. Let's head to the on-ramp. Let's... No, Emma, there are not that many connotations of that phrase. Just stop saying words. Why did I ever come up with this plan where I'd spend 3 years sitting on the internet saying words? Because we've all seen what happens when I say words. Rarely ends well for anybody involved. I have terminal word brain and it seems to be contagious. And there's an evoker behind him. And this is an ambush. And Calavacus? Who's Calavacus? Who are you, Calavacus? Enslaved soul? Don't love that. Oh, it's just a Calavacus. We're learning so much about different types of demon. Oh yeah. That right there, that's a Calavacus. And there were also more archers behind them. Great. Lots of people. The usual. That's more like it. Yeah.
Out of my sight.
For somebody I didn't hire for his archery, Darren, you're doing a good job.
You've crossed the
Now for the person I did hire for his archery. You can tell the difference. Charge the evoker, geek the mage, well geeked, thank you Bismuth. Wow, just shooting old bricks so much. Who would have thought that the old man could have so many arrows in him? Also, I'd note that Calavacus didn't take any damage. Is he immune to fire? No, immune to poison and electricity, but not fire. Cool. Why is... You have so many bars, Camellia. Why is charge not on any of them? I mean, it's a moot point because everybody's out of charge range anyway, but hey. But if you want to go there, and then you've got a spare action, what ranged spells do we have? Oh yeah, I can just mark of death somebody. Be marked. I forgot I turned her into an assassin. Congratulations, Calvacus, you're marked. Clyde, can you get a charge on anyone? Yeah. Get wrecked. And Calvacus tries to move away, and I just attack of opportunity him into nothingness. You'll have to see it.
Listen to reason.
I will see to your demise.
Or not, because I'm very slow.
You won't survive me.
And in the Great Archer fight, only one can stand victorious, and it is, of course, Lan. Because, Jesus.
The pleasantries.
Ulbrich desperately needs, like, a lot of healing. 26 is not a critical wounds number, Darren. You need to roll higher numbers. Nope, same number. Fine. Do a channel instead. That does do a lot more, to be fair. Okay, what have we got? Unscrolls that I'll forget to use. Calvacus doesn't seem to be lootable. Treasure. Don't know why that was still yellow. Yep, that is a entire non-lootable demon there. We've got 2 doors. This one looks like it goes away from the center of the map, so we take that one and have a fight. Against a couple of shares. And my combat log says a babao. I can't see the babao. So I'm just going to say babao some more. See, that is like the same number as you kept getting on Cure Critical. I just don't know what words mean anymore. Mark that one. Oh, you need to have line of sight for that. Well, there's a wasted turn, I guess. Bismuth, you're a decoy. I know you do that a lot, but you're very good at it. That didn't work at all. Cool. Thank you, Aubrey. Also, Bismuth, solid AC. That's how you get elected to decoy. Hey, do I only get 2 sidebars? I thought we could get more than 2 sidebars. Huh. Well, I'm going to have to start stripping some of these off my sidebar. I forgot I had to summon an extra planar murder pony. I didn't remember having that. Magic. Do mythic spells go in this spellbook? I mean, you'd think they would. Vengeful Comets, that's a thing I forgot I took. See, I have so many spells. Just so many. Yeah, is this... you have to go in through the mythic path. Yeah, summons to 0. Summons an extra planar murder pony. And I don't even have to prepare these. Neat. So I've got Hypnotism and Vanish. And Sleep. And Summon Pony. Cool. Look, one day I will get a handle on how all the systems in this game work. And then the game will be over. Oh, there's the babao. This is the thing with kind of directly and accurately adapting any tabletop RPG, is that those games come in books, and books are full of words, so you get a computer game with just so many words and so many systems. Which is cool, but at the same time, my brain.
Go for their heart.
Did you find their heart in among the pile of jam you reduced them to? kind of don't want you to answer that question, Camellia, so good job. They drop nothing. Miscellaneous stuff. This room looks a little cleaner than the rest of the fortress. It's probably the warden's bedroom. You can tell that by... And this is a real trick I'm developing here. You can tell by the bed. I'm very good at room identifying. All this geoguessr. Okay, so what's in this big room? Oh. It's Staunton and Minago, and Nura, who totally isn't a traitor. Hello, everyone. Are you not bothered? Fine, I'll come and say hi.
Let's run,
There we go.
sweetie. Let's go. Why are you so slow? They're almost here.
Hi.
Not going anywhere.
The dwarf's cracked voice sounds like rasping, rusty metal.
Don't you feel it? She's got that damn rag with her. I can't teleport. She's going to kill us.
I do love how your encyclopedia will highlight synonyms. Just like, this is the thing being referred to, in case you didn't get that.
If she kills us, then so be it. But this is my city. And I will fight for it to the end. And you, my love, you will be with me to the end.
Staunton grasps the chin of the demoness, sinking his nails into her tender skin, and pulls her face towards his, kissing her lips quickly before pushing her away. This dynamic has flipped somewhat.
Hello, Minago. Greetings, Mr. Misery Guts. It's us again.
Wow. Lots of options. Staunton, it's not too late. I honestly feel like it might be. We tried that. Escape justice for too long. You seem to enjoy blaming others, but you alone have forged your destiny. I mean, it's the chaotic choice and also true.
Of course, I regret nothing. But I'm ready to pay my dues. What about you? Are you ready to pay for everything you've done in the name of your pathetic queen?
I mean, yeah. I'm always prepared for consequences to happen. They do all the time. I don't know what Minago What's That on Your Face is going towards, but I kind of want to know.
That's not your concern, mortal.
Oh, is there actually something on her face?
The masters punished her cruelly for her failure in Canabras.
Ah.
As you can see, the leaders of the demons are
this
as
changed her model
patient
at all?
with their
I can't
slaves
rotate the camera.
as the Crusaders are with their commanders.
So we had no way of telling that there was something on her face.
Sweetie, why are you telling
Because
me?
it's not in the art.
What does it matter?
Quiet.
Staunton's voice holds no emotion whatsoever. Except, perhaps, weariness. The word that fell from his lips barely echoes, but nonetheless the demon immediately falls silent. Staunton, why are you still fighting for the demons?
You have the audacity to ask me that?
I mean, I have so much audacity.
Because the other side didn't give me a chance. Yes, I made a terrible mistake, and Dresden fell to the demons. The queen should have had me hanged. I deserved it. But she found a far worse punishment for me. False mercy.
Staunton Vane here being the poster child for why transformative justice is the important thing. Like, if you just punish somebody forever, eventually they will hit back.
When she spared me that day, she said she wanted to give me a chance to make amends. And I believed her. For 70 years, I've crawled on my knees, shedding my blood fermentive.
Maybe it'd shed less blood if you stood up.
On the face for it. For 70 years,
Bigitha
I
lost her
watched
tear.
generations of crusaders grow old and die, never once changing their tune about Staunton the traitor.
Yeah, no, they do kind of deserve it.
What else could I give for my mistake? What more punishment could I suffer? How could I ever deserve forgiveness? And one day, I realize there's nothing I can do. The Queen had doomed me to a lifetime of humiliation. When I grew desperate, I only had two choices. To become my own executioner and carry out the sentence she rescinded that day, or go over to the other side.
Some strong, emotive voice acting going on. Props to these people.
Put yourself in my place.
Bigitha Lord Dotair.
Imagine yourself in that position. What would you choose?
Oh no, like I say, you absolutely have a point. You're still my enemy, but you've taken that choice and owning that, and that's fair enough. Anyway, Minago, aren't you tired of running away from me?
You have no idea how tired I am of you, mortal. But never mind. Today, we will finally be done with you. Right, Staunton? Right, sweetie?
The demon's laughter is shrill and unnatural, which, kind of, I guess.
You know, I once heard a peasant trying to convince his sick sheep to overcome her constipation and share her impacted torrent of crap with the rest of the world.
Lan.
The sheep was
Lan.
obviously very dear to the peasant, and he cooed and called her lambkin and darling as he described the process in graphic detail, apparently to
Lan, are you okay?
spare the beast. Well, listening to that wasn't half as stomach-churning as listening to your filthy demon mouth spewing honeys and sweeties all over the place.
I feel that particular burn could have been a lot more concise, Lan. And I've literally taken levels in jokes, so listen to me. You have quite a gathering of cowards and traitors. Hey, even Nura's here.
You think I'd miss the chance to see Staunton wipe that grin off your smug face?
Yeah.
For years, you self-appointed champions of good have treated us like dirt beneath your feet. If the demons will help us get our revenge, then we're with the demons.
Who have we treated like dirt? Nura, I feel like I'm missing some motivation here. Anyway, let's fight.
Right. No point in wasting time talking. To arms!
Yep. So have I. Also 2 legs.
Staunton, darling.
Stop whining! Didn't you swear your eternal love to me? Promised we'd rule Dresden together? Now shut
God,
your
there's
lying
so much
mouth
bitterness
and
here in
fight.
every direction.
Whatever end fate has in store for me, you will share it.
Whatever end fate has in store for me, you will share it is just a deleted line from No Children.
Yet another obstacle.
Well, let's go then. Oh, we can look at stat blocks for these people. She's level 28? And has an unholy aura. Makes it harder to do anything against her when good. Well, good thing I'm far too chaotic for that then. But she also has a bajillion attacks. Right. And Nura is a chaotic neutral bard. She's got Lawemaster, but not levels in Lawemaster. It's weird that Lawemaster is a bard ability and not a Lawemaster ability, but hey, what do I know? And Staunton, level 16 War Priest. I did not think that would be his class. Interesting. Everyone here has many, many, many abilities. I'm gonna just multiply. Camellia, what can you do here? Camelia's gonna mark Minago for death. Bismuth, can you get a charge off? Go and be the decoy. Actually, take out Nura. Take out the support first. Ulbrig can't really do much in an ambush round. So we'll just kind of advance, mixed up a bit. Darren. Yeah. Prayer. Buff everyone. Probably for the best. Lan? Just shoot them a lot. I That's your thing, isn't it? Just shooting them all. Oh yeah, shouldn't use extra attack in an ambush round. Again, there are lots of systems at play here. What is your biggest and flashiest spell with which to kill them? What's Staunton immune to? Poison, death, movement impairing, drain, ability to score damage, slow. Not immune to mind affecting or fear. So what if your brain exploded? Failed to overcome spell resistance. Wow, you sure do have attacks. But luckily, I've got attacks too. Now go buffs herself. Who did you mark? Who did I mark? Was it Minago? Yes. So Camellia should be attacking her. Turn your sword on. Minago is immune to electricity, but not fire. So yeah, leave that on. Turn your sword on and go stab. And miss. Great. Love it. So much missing. Staunton, have you considered getting absolutely mugged? Oh, you have. Good. Yeah, and if you could move in there and then throw a channel. Which doesn't heal them because they're evil and thus negative energy powered. Okay, now you use extra attacks.
You won't survive me.
You kill Staunton and also the camera.
You stubborn ass! You want to die for a heap of rocks? Go ahead. I'm not staying here.
There's panic on Minago's blood-splashed face. Her lips are trembling.
No, my dear. You are. You will either fight to the bitter end, or I'll break your delicate little neck myself with these very hands.
This is not a good relationship dynamic, if anybody was wondering.
Are you threatening me, my mortal toy? Me?
It does sound like it, yes.
With what? With the power I gave you. You ungrateful beast!
Yeah, just keep taunting the man who has just threatened to murder you. Demon's mouth, trembling with fear, opens wide in a hysterical grin like a wound on her face. And then she shot Staunton in the face.
Mine. Take him, he's yours. And Dresden too. I don't care about this fortress or this half-wit.
Minago stretches out her hand. A crimson spark flies out of Staunton's eyes and plants itself in her palm. Staunton freezes. Stunned, he's violently moving his lips, which turn grey in a flash like a fish out of water. The demon turns to you.
Oh, I grow so tired of you mortals. Your humdrum little passions, your constant squabbling, your incessant accusations and excuses. We treat each other like dirt. Push weaklings like these two into our arms. And then you have the audacity to accuse us.
Again, I have so much audacity.
Punish your traitors. I've seen this show countless times.
Where are you going? We're just getting started.
Have fun with Staunton. You and he have similar ideas about what counts as entertainment.
Rude. Live streaming is completely valid.
Take your filthy rag. Take your befouled ruins. You can make soup out of this moron for
I mean,
all
we already
care.
have. It's all over the floor.
I've had enough war. We Lily two were created for tenderness and love. Stay away from me with your swords and shields.
I mean, I've got an axe. Does that count? Also a dinosaur. And we all stand around awkwardly for a bit, and then she jumps off a building.
This is to be my fate. I've been betrayed by people and demons alike. Now my life really is worth nothing. But that doesn't mean you won't pay for it dearly. Come on, you scumbag! Kill me if you can! I don't care anymore!
Let's do one last shot at redemption. Treated unfairly, but we can make this right.
You really do believe that, don't you? You really think that you can still change something? Somehow bring a cursed soul back to the light? I wish I could believe like
Well,
you
I tried.
do, hope like you, but I know too well. There is no hope. I've been dead for a long time. As a matter of fact, the torment of the last few years, I might as well have spent them in the abyss. The only thing you can do for me is finish me off.
Okay, so I've got one vote for execution. Neuro, what are you feeling like today?
Let's get this over with. 2 arms.
Yes, again, still true. And then you drank a potion and got back a whole 5 hit points. Nura is still here. So, I guess she agrees with whatever he just said.
Endure this!
The spirits demand your blood.
And now she agrees with none.
Hear you cry.
I am coming, Lady Death. Forgive me for being 70 years late for the date. Fight has ability damage. Yeah, I know how that works, thank you. It's fine. I'm pretty sure we just beat the end of this area, so... And now we'll rob his corpse. A glaive. So he'll lose his glaives. The soul share. Carapace armor. Physical form +2. Headband of inspired wisdom +2. Like resistance +1. Good loot. Good loot. Soul Basher. Staunton Vane's warhammer was once a weapon of honor and repute among the Crusaders. When the Keeper of the Sword of Valor rejected his duty as a paladin and became a double agent, he single-handedly reforged the warhammer into the glaive Soul Share, a weapon admired by the worshippers of Baphomet. Mistress Minago herself tempered the new blade with the grimmest, most sinister enchantments, and no crusader would ever dare to reclaim the disgraced weapon. +3 adamantine glaive. What does adamantine do again? Free masterwork. Whenever you kill somebody with it, it summons a demon. Cannot be worded by lawful good characters, which is understandable. So Sociel won't be using that. I think he's lawful good. And what else did I just pick up? Emma just happened. Oh yeah, both physical form, dex, and constitution. Lan, what have you got in a minute? Just dex? Well, now you are slightly tougher. Enjoy. And you don't have a belt at all, so have this dex belt. Even more dexterity. So dexterous. Now, I've already got a wisdom +2 on. Who else uses wisdom? Clerics, druids, inquisitors, war priests, hunters, shamans, and rangers. So, you're saying Camellia wouldn't hate it. Doesn't look good on you, but hey. Whatever works, right? Oh yes, and this carapace. Full plate, +2 mithril, heavy armor adorned with the seal of Discari was forged for one of the high priests of the Locust Lord's cult. The mere sight of it struck terror into his enemies, but not his allies. Soon after Baphomet's followers captured Dresden, cultists of Discari arrived there and demanded that the city be given over to them. The Templars happily agreed, handing over control of the city to their allies with all the proper formalities, including a feast at which every last Descarite was poisoned. After that, the armor was displayed in Dresden's citadel as a warning to Discari's worshippers, until Minago finally found a knight worthy of wearing it. Whenever somebody lands a melee hit on it, and it's +2 mithril, attacker has to pass a reflex saving throw at DC 18 or take D3 strength damage. Wow. Or they just take D3 piercing damage. But no alignment restrictions on that. Dealer, enjoy looking evil. Or possibly social, whichever would be funnier. And in this box, Potion of Banish, some less weapon scrolls, and some loot. Anything we loot Nora? Oh no, Nora's not dead. Hi Nora.
Pay attention.
Oh, and there's a brick. Breathing heavily, Nora stands up and wipes her bloody hands on her clothes. Can't remember how you sound. Well, what are you waiting for, you scum? Come on, finish me off. Kill me like you killed Staunton. Be glad you've defeated the villains. Make sure you don't wonder whose fault it was that he and I were on the demon's side. Thoughts like that can make you lose your appetite. Seriously, though, what was your motivation? You want to know the truth? Her face cringes painfully. Here's the truth. I hate all of you. If I'd been there the day Rilu Vorlash opened a rift to the abyss, I would have gladly handed her the ingredients for the ritual. I put the pheromone-soaked cloth in your pocket. I worked that out, thank you. I wanted those hellbugs to eat your smug face off. I was the one who set the tents on fire that night, and I told the gargoyles who to grab. Every day I was in your army, I did all I could to hurt you. Oh, the things I would gladly do to you, and it would be but 1,000th of what you deserve. She hides her face in her hands. When I was 8, I was auctioned off like livestock. Like livestock they used to stick to train me to obey. Did the paladins of Mendev help me? Of course not. Even when we passed through a Mendevian city, none of those warriors of good lifted a finger to set me free. Slavers and demons, after all. Nora looks up and stares at you with eyes red with tears. The first time I came to the wound, I wasn't seeking adventure. My owner dragged me here on a leash. You think the demons bribed me? I was happy to betray him. Without a shadow of a doubt, expect nothing in return. I poured a sleeping potion into their soup pot, opened the gate, and waited for the demons to come and tear them all to pieces. And me along with them. I didn't care. The demons saw the real me. They made me a cultist. They offered me a chance for revenge.
Well, this is a sad old tale. You're a traitor, Nora, so don't expect any sympathy from me. What those people did to you was foul, aye. Sometimes mortals can be madder than Fae and more heartless than demons.
Yes, slavery is evil, without a doubt. Quelling the rabble into obedience with whips and boots even. How crude. Why can't these so-called rulers convince the masses to serve them willingly, with smiles and songs and adoration? That's how it's done in Mendev, after all. Subtle, Darren, thanks. I'm sure if our coins had your likeness on them, Count, the common folk would be even more desperate to get their hands on them than they already are. I don't know anything but that. Ruling is such a tedious business. I receive sufficient adulation already without the burden of a crown. Long may that unwieldy bauble rest on my dear cousin's head. Okay, but say I didn't kill you, what would you do then? Let me go. Why would you... No. You mean seriously? You think I'll thank you for your generosity and devote the rest of my days to taking care of homeless puppies? I'll continue exacting my vengeance, that's what I'll do. On others, if not on you. I'll feed as many crusaders as I can to the demons before I face the sword of someone less forgiving than you. She spits at your feet. I mean, it kind of feels like it is too late to return to our side, given that she's all, I've killed lots of people for the demons, and given the chance I will kill lots more people for the demons. Why is the chaotic one to let her go? I mean, we have made the point that summary execution bad, but is this even summary? This is... She's killed lots of people and is saying she's going to kill lots more. Although I guess if we go with the lawful option, we just lock her up. I mean, she'll probably get out, but I was just saying I believe in transformative justice, so... Do whatever you want. You can't escape the demons. Your head will be on Baphomet's altar. Tomorrow, if not today. Got against my very nature to click lawful there. And what's behind this brick? Treasure. I'll take the lawful option, but then go right back to thievery. And on this balcony, we could make a dramatic pronouncement if only anybody was here. But they're not. That chest looks like two chests clipping through each other. What's up with that? Doesn't seem to be anything else in this map. I guess we just go back out the way we came. See what happens? There wasn't anything on the balcony, was there? No interaction points? No. Alright, back down the stairs, I guess.
The commander of the crusade has managed to overthrow 70 years of demonic rule in Dresden and restored the Sword of Valor to its rightful place. Will the commander be able to defend the banner she has won with such a valiant effort?
Restored the Sword of Valor to its rightful place, and then repainted it. Now it's a picture of beer. Will I be able to defend the banner? I'm going to go with probably. I have a dinosaur. And a spell that says summon extra planar murder pony. So, you know, chances are good. I actually have two dinosaurs. I mean, one of them's more of a party member than a possession. Slow loading. Better be damn impressive, game. Time passed 10 days.
Urgent matters of state are awaiting my attention. My convoy will be departing for the capital within the hour. I'm afraid this is all the time I can spare you. So do please forgive me for skipping the lengthy and well-deserved congratulations.
Something has subtly changed in the way the Queen of Mendev looks at you. Respect shines in her eyes, but her slightly furrowed brow indicates a hint of unease. And this is telling me you should be using a different weapon. But I'm not convinced this is that much better a weapon. Like, axiomatic, I very much don't have any lawful alignment and never will. So, shut up, game.
Dresden was taken quickly. Even more quickly than I'd anticipated.
I know, I'm very good at this.
Every death is an irretrievable loss. But, considering the scale of our forces, the losses among our troops are tolerable. Morale is high among the Crusade forces that were entrusted to you.
I know, I'm so good at this.
You handled the command superbly.
Thank you.
I never doubted your personal ability to deal with the demons. I knew that you could become a living symbol for people to follow. That you have now displayed a decent head for tactics is a pleasant surprise.
I never had any complaints.
I believed in your success and prepared for this outcome after a fashion. I brought a reward to personally bestow upon my Knight Commander. But now, I think this reward is insufficient. So please, accept one more gift from me personally.
Queen offers a slight smile and gives a signal to a waiting squire, who passes you a neatly folded cloak with lavish embroidery. Says the other thing, and with these words, Galtry slides a ring from her finger and lays it atop the cloak. What, are you proposing to me?
I thought I heard you make a rather gauche joke just now. I must have misheard, I'm sure.
No.
Now on to the main matter. The Sword of Valor has been returned to us. Touching it has awoken your power and changed the great relic beyond recognition.
Now it looks like beer.
Clerics are at a loss to interpret this unexpected turn. Is it an omen? Happenstance? A warning? Only one thing can be said for certain. Your power is astonishing and unlike anything ever seen before.
I mean, it's not that hard to explain. You do literally have a god who was a weirdo who liked chaos and got very drunk and became a god, and now his symbol is a tankard of beer. Just saying.
Your power bears little resemblance to other manifestations of the Inheritor's will that
There are other
you are
gods.
fortunate enough to witness. But who can fathom the gods' designs? And Diomede has many heavenly allies, and they helped us on several occasions throughout the Crusades. There, I have said all I wish to. Is there anything you wish to discuss with me before I depart?
Really, Vorlesh was there?
The architect of the World Wound? Here? And she allowed you to simply dispose of Staunton Vane and claim the Sword of Valor?
Yeah.
This
She
is
helped.
a very worrying development. Aurelia was more dangerous than a dozen Balors, and more cunning and deceitful than a score of succubi. In the 100 years of the Crusades, our forces have very rarely encountered her, but when we did, it always led to something terrifying. I think she has taken an interest in you and your power.
I mean, she said as
It
much.
was to be expected, of course, and it worries me more than anything else. Sooner or later, we shall have to take a stand against Aurelu and deal with her once and for all. But I thought we would have time to prepare. Be careful.
Bigitha lodged it
And if
here.
the architect reappears, treat her as you would a demon lord.
Huge demon at the gates? Well, that was 2 weeks ago and I've forgotten it. But any input?
The Baylor Dorazand.
Oh,
one of
yeah.
Dascari's generals.
I was Baylor now. He was a Balor a second ago.
Samira and the Echo of Dascari are some of the most notable demons in the Abyssal Forces. You will soon learn these names. Dorazand has
Okay.
not been sighted by our scouts for a long time, and his appearance at Dresden was an unexpected development.
Darazand, tallest mountain in Iran? Yes, I know that's down with that. I'm making a joke.
But we must grow accustomed to surprises such as this. The ability to move at will through space is one of the demon's most...
I have the ability to move at will through space. It's called walking.
That takes care of that problem for the areas around Dresden.
Alright.
Very well. Then I shall take my leave. Irabeth will bring you up to speed on the situation in the city and surrounds, and together, you can decide on what next steps to take. Good luck, Commander. Remember, this is but the first step. The road ahead will be long and difficult.
With a nod of farewell, the Queen strides off with precise military bearing, and we will take our first steps on the road ahead in a few minutes, because I need to take my first break. I'm going to run some adverts, let them run if you can, and hey, while I do that, why not? Go do the self-care things, have a drink, have a snack, move around a bit, take your meds if you need to, this is your reminder. And go tell somebody you appreciate them and that they're very good at commanding soldiers. Yeah. And I will be back in a few minutes for more of this. I love you all. See you in a few. And I'm back. Hello, everyone.
Allow me also to congratulate you on your victory, Commander.
Thanks, Erebeth. The Queen just faded into nothingness. Couldn't have had her do that beyond sight radius? Sure.
We won the battle for Dresden, but this war is far from over. The demons know our true strength.
I don't know my
We must
true
brace
strength.
ourselves for a merciless counterattack. They will do everything they can to gain control of the city and destroy you personally, and all of us along with you. The only good news is that cultists make up more than half of their forces, so they will have to march the same roads as our fighters. If they were all demons, they could appear here instantaneously and lay siege to the city. Praise Iomade for small mercies.
Wait, they could appear here instantaneously, so what? The banner only stops them teleporting out? That sounds awful.
The main demon forces are moving out from the City of Eyes and the Threshold.
Oh, it's
Fortress.
eyes.
Scouts are reporting that for now, we don't stand a chance of tearing through the defense and launching a counterattack. We can only gather our forces, rebuff their attacks, and wait for the right moment. Unfortunately, other hostile groups keep appearing out of nowhere.
That's the danger
On
of being
top
successful.
all that, Minago is still prowling around somewhere out there.
As a great
Nadia's
philosopher once
trying to
wrote,
find out
haters
where
gonna
that
hate,
scum
hate,
has run
hate,
off to.
hate, hate.
Maybe she's already got some leads. Luckily, we are not alone. Mendev is with us. Queen Galfrey has sent us the first reinforcements. They've just entered the
Some
city.
portion of Mendev is with us.
Besides, news of your victory is spreading through Avestan. I'm sure that crowds of new volunteers will soon be pouring into Dresden, inspired by your feat.
I'm not sure I share your confidence.
And that's very good news, because we're going to need troops. Here is a brief report about the main problems we're currently facing.
Erebeth shows you a sheet of paper with a list of 4 items. Demons with special powers, secret path, missing patrol, and dragon! This is the worst Jeopardy round. Alright, let's run this list, I guess. Demons with special powers?
Remember that Nabasu that attacked our camp? He had
Not
powers
really.
no ordinary demon should have.
No, I don't. It's been a while.
It is not the only demon of its kind. We keep receiving reports about similar monsters. All isolated cases
And
for
hi
now.
in chat.
But it's possible that in the future, we will see entire squads, if not armies of them. We must find out where they're coming from. Find the source of their power and destroy it. If we don't, they will crush us before long. Even you can't defeat an entire army of such monsters.
And Nabasu was the boss that gave you Mythic rank 2. Yeah, no, I'm sure it was. Yeah, back at the Lost Chapel. Yes. Anyway, it's been a while. I forget things between regularly spaced sessions, let alone having to take a hiatus and, get the whole lung evil. That's how I'm describing it, apparently. Anyway, secret path?
We can usually spot armies of demons in advance, as their hordes march along the gray road from Eyes or Threshold. But sometimes packs of them appear out of nowhere.
I mean, yeah, you said they could
They're
teleport.
managing to avoid our scouts somehow and sneaking into our territory. If we don't solve this problem, we cannot attack. The demons will just appear at our backs, block off the gorges, and cut us off from Dresden.
How are you going to cut me off from Dresden? This is Dresden.
Anevia is trying to find out how the demons are getting into her territory, but she hasn't succeeded yet. Talk to her. She will tell you more about what she's doing.
What mythic path did I choose? Trickster. All chaos all the way. Missing patrol? Question mark?
Yes, it disappeared without a trace during a mission.
That's generally how people become
We
missing.
didn't find any bodies. Maybe someone abducted them, or there's some natural threat in the area. We can't rule out the possibility of desertion either.
Those are several options, true.
The troop was patrolling the southern road out of the city. The last surviving settlements of Socorus lie in that direction. But after the siege of Dresden, contact with them was lost.
There are surviving settlements of Socorus? This is the opposite of what I've been telling Goldberg.
Invaded the area. That's where I started the search.
And dragon? What dragon?
As if we didn't have enough problems with demons already. Now there's a wild dragon in the vicinity. Luckily, it's not part of the demon army. If the demons had a dragon on their side, it could pose a serious threat.
Yeah.
But there's very little food in the Whirlwind, and the dragon doesn't seem to have a taste for demons and cultists. She keeps attacking small squads of crusaders, picking off those who fall behind, ravaging supply trains. The dragon's been sighted frequently in the sky, but we don't know exactly where her lair is. We have someone to help with this, though. Do you remember the dwarf who bravely attacked the
Grayball's
Baylor
back.
in front of the citadel during the
Neat.
siege? He is back in the city, and he doesn't mind hunting this dragon, apparently. Go talk to him in the town.
He had voice acting.
We might be able to help each other.
Cool. So is that all? Just these tiny things?
There are a few pleasant matters.
Oh,
At the Queen's
odd of you to
command,
assume these
the
wouldn't be fun.
Crusaders who took part in the attack have had their pay doubled, and medals will be awarded
Am I-
to those who
am I getting
died
my
or
pay
left
doubled?
standing in battle.
Am I getting
You know
paid?
one of them. The Knight Elan from the Houndhearts. He led a troop of Nerosian recruits and brought them to the main forces, and later
Ah,
drew
cool.
the demons' attention
Good
in the
job,
battle
Elan.
with the Baylor, allowing the
Again,
wounded to
let's
be
settle on
rescued.
how to pronounce Bala. It's Bala.
There is one more thing. As you know, there is a vast dungeon under Dresden.
We call it the Drungeon.
It's almost empty now. The only prisoner is Nora Dendawar, the traitor you caught.
I did do that thing.
We've temporarily placed the body of Staunton Vane in the dungeon. You slew him. What are your orders regarding his body? Anevia thinks we should burn it quietly and forget about it. Some want to see his corpse displayed in the square, but I don't think we should behave like demons and barbarians. He may have been our enemy, but he deserved to be buried as a knight. However,
The decision is yours, of course.
I mean, yeah, it's a complicated matter. Also, I love how we have our first specific mythic path required lock, now that we officially have a mythic path. So, I'm assuming that would be, I am going to resurrect him and he will be my best friend. I kind of feel when he's been actively plotting our demise for 70 years, he's kind of forgotten needing to be buried with military honors. Just saying. Just get rid of the body.
Right you are, Commander.
Yes, I am.
Commander. That day during the battle,
You did.
No. My apologies. That is all, Commander. Thank you for your time.
Giving a salute, Erebeth turns around and quickly leaves. Look, you had a moment. We all have moments. Happens to the best of us. I don't know. I have too many sidebars. I should get rid of wild shape to small elementals, because I have the option of big elementals. Why are some of these here twice? See, this is the thing. This is why I'm running out of sidebars, is because are either of these leopard? No, these are bear and wolf. Sure. Anything else been repeated? No. Cool. You have failed to saddle up. It's gone very badly.
No one stands in my way.
Saddle up. Sat. Nope, okay, apparently you are not sitting on Clyde today. So yes, here is Dresden, which I'm guessing is now going to be our regular home base. Now, where's that fancy new stuff I got off the Queen? Ring of Protection +4. Yes, thank you. Oh, I didn't have any Ring of Protection at all. Good job, me. And I had a new cloak. Resistance +3. Yeah. And then, so that means I now have this one, +2, and saving throws against compulsion and disease. Let's give that to Social. He doesn't have a cloak at all. Ember also doesn't have a cloak. Why do all these people not have cloaks? Sealer, cloak. Nania, cloak. I think everyone who was in our party, cloak. Bismuth doesn't have a cloak. What if Bismuth had a cloak? Also, Social is not lawful good. Haha! You can have this incredibly evil glaive. Enjoy! While we're making you look incredibly evil, how about you wear this full plate as well? You are wearing full plate at the minute, yeah. Yeah! Now you are just tall Staunton. Oh, yeah, we have these daggers that Wibjib could be using were he not, you know, elsewhere. What happened to Finian? I can't remember how you even get into his... There's a button there that says Finian, Emma. Oh, and we can just chat to him whenever. Should I be doing that? No? Okay. Bye. So you should probably be a different kind of weapon. Who needs a new weapon? You can be a bow. Only a regular bow, not a crossbow. Don't get too silly. Who needs a better weapon? I mean, everybody has pretty good weapons. Except Ember. Ember emphatically does not. What proficiencies do you have, Ember? just simple proficiencies. Okay. What's simple? And dex based. Oh wait, light crossbow is right there. Congratulations, now you have a friend. Anyway, I should probably be leveling people. Any other equipment I wanted to do things with, though? What's Sealer running at the minute? Ah yes, the voice of Hollow. It go bong. Could give her Erebeth's sword, but I might wait until I know what's happening with Erebeth on that deal. No, they're two-handed. I swear there was something else. Unholy longsword sounds like a bad idea. Give her the headcracker and its finesse wielding. She's not spec'd for that. Didn't they have like the longsword of hope or whatever? Oh, that's an unholy longsword. That's a +1 longsword. I swear I had a longsword of hope. But either I imagined it, or I've given it to somebody else, or it's been sold. Any of these things could be true. Hell Knight is bugged since new DLC. That sounds less than ideal. Does she want this pick? No, that sounds worse. Yeah. No, that longsword I was thinking of seemed... I might have given it to somebody else. I don't know. Anyway, let's level people. Social hasn't unlocked any fancy classes, and I don't think I was really shooting for any. Just keep on clericing. Gets his levels in religion, perception, persuasion, sure, all the Ians. Spell focus, enchantment. I mean... Sure, I don't know, I can't remember what spells he's even got. Oh my god, he has so many new spells now. Bone Shatter, like Bone Wiggler, but make your bone explode. Angelic Aspect. Big old buff to yourself. Neat. Serenity. Make people hurt if they try fight. Break enchantment, breaks enchantment. Burst of Glory. Gives people bonuses on attack rolls and saves, and temporary hit points, breath of life. Brings people back to life. They should equip that. Cleanse. Does a bunch of curing and also restoring. Oh, but only on yourself. Splitting coils. Hold monster but painful. Disrupting weapon. Makes your weapon good against undead. Mass cure light wounds. Love that. Flame strike is just orbital laser. Turn into genie. Pillar of life. Pillar of positive energy in a single 5-foot square. Radiates light as if it was a sun rod. People standing next to it can poke it and heal. Neat. You can move into it, and if undead people do, they die. Cool. Mass Inflict, Profane Nimbus, which you're far too nice to use. Raise Dead, always useful, but I do also need a diamond. Sacred Nimbus, reaction damage against evil. Righteous Might, just become big. Play living. Yeah, that's how it works. Give somebody spell resistance, summon dire wolves or a bunch of monitor lizards or Rolani Azata. Summon a large elemental. You're seeing Vine Trap. Trapped in vines. Life bubble. Turn Oh, that's, yeah. Kind of gives you a spacesuit and greater command. Just command people to do things. Cool. Spell resistance is so useful versus wizard. I mean, given how often people resist my spells, that tracks. And for your mythic, you want boundless healing? All your cures have reach. Yes, that's what we should do. And takes off limits. Like Darren has. Love it. Ember! You think witch, I think more level than dragon. Mobility is apparently a class skill now. Neat. And your feet. I mean, let's just greater focus evocation. Just get so good at setting people on fire. Learn new spells. I mean, Volcanic Storm sounds amazing. Like, that's very on brand. Yes, good. Yes, good. And for your mythic. Melee Ember? No, she's just specking for setting people on fire. Not necessarily a melee. Just fire. At all distances. Oh, we've already taken Ascendant Fire. Which is fair. Gain an additional Oracle Curse, but it gives you no penalties. That could be good. So, better Persuasion, safe against fear. Immunity to fire, which I think I already get. Immune to fatigue. Learn how to plague. Bonus on initiative. Learn phase spells. Immune to sickened. And then later immune to disease. Learn how to bite people. I already know how to bite people. What else do I have available? Elemental Barrage is spec for, like, having a bunch of different elements. Dragon Disciple gives strength buffs, and you can turn into a dragon later. Yeah, but also it gives me just lots of ways to throw fire at people. So, melee later. Fire now. Just magic nullification might be sensible here, I suppose. Bowcaster's Onslaught. Whenever you cast a spell, attack rolls get better. Just get another Hex. Or just more spells, to be honest. More spells sounds good. And Sealer. Now, taking it to Hell Knight will give you Force of Will. Just better at will saves against mind-affecting spells. And disciplines. You can do things, I don't know. Or we'll get another smite with Paladin level. We were putting points into Hell Knight. Why not? Am I building these people suboptimally? Almost certainly. But on the other hand, I'm enjoying myself. I guess. Religion law seems sensible. Deception's always good. And feet. make Theomanda better. She keeps going through different kinds of weapons, so weapon focus not the best. She already got heavy armor focus. Combat reflexes might be good. Just endurance. Use lay on hands more. Make lay on hands better. Indomitable mount. Based off ability checks, which she's not great at. Mounted combat is also mobility based. Doesn't have power attack. I feel like she should probably have power attack. I could get her to use tower shields. I've got one of those sitting around. Yeah. Or an exotic weapon proficiency. I have so many fun exotics. I know I've got a dueling sword. I've got an orc double axe. I've got a gnome hooked hammer. I've got... Was it Bastard Sword of Hope? Okay, let's back out of here. So that I can see what I've got. That sounds fun. Yeah, so what's the Herald of Pain do? Cold Iron +2, finesse wielding, and on crit seconds. Sure, I guess. Vermin Bane, Elven Curve Blade again, finesse based. I don't usually want that. The Tower Shield, Bastion of Lion's Heart, negative energy resistance 10, and bonus against fear. Pretty solid. There's the Bastard Sword of Hope. +2 Mithril Bastard Sword on crit. You heal. And it's for lawful good, lawful neutral, and neutral good characters. That sounds great. Thela, let's learn how to use Bastard Swords. Chat is saying Outflank's the best one, but honestly, that sounds like combat planning, which I don't, as a rule, do. Learn how to use this Bastard Sword. And new spells, Hour of Law, or of Greater Courage. Alright. Blessing of Courage on Life. Saves against fear and death, that makes sense. So Grace, yeah, give people saving throw bonuses, luck and resolve, yeah. That's what it says on the tin, most of these do. Effortless armor makes armor lighter. Litany of Eloquence fascinates people. Litany of Entanglement entangles people, shocker. Alright. Protection from chaos and evil. Neat. Combining those spells. Have your new sword. That's the wrong slot. Don't know why the Bastard Sword counts as an exotic. It's just a sword, but very big. And you get a mythic. What options do I have? Many, many, many. Make Theomanda mythic. Yeah. No longer provoking attacks of opportunity sounds good. Or just unrelenting assault, all attacking all the time. I mean, that's what she already does. Okay, any more for any more? Are we all done? Or are we all leveled? That's it. I feel like we should have more people than we do because I'm thinking of Woljif, who isn't here. Oh, and I get regeneration when I'm near the Sword of Valor. Neat. But I still can't get on my bloody mount. Okay. So, I guess now we'll just explore the city. By which I mean immediately go back into this building. Which has its own loading screens. Oh, this was where we were meant to go for progression, I guess. A mysterious stranger. Oh no. A tall, lean man enters the hall. He has dark hair, pointed ears, and his pale skin is covered in intricate tattoos. At first glance, it would be easy to mistake him for an elf. His eyes were not so unusual. They're not just dark, as is common among elves, but entirely black and devoid of life. As you stare into their empty nothingness, it's as if the abyss itself is staring back at you. And we just let this guy wander in? His face seems familiar. You look more closely and realize you saw this stranger during the assault on the Grey Garrison. Back then, he laughed at the prank you played on the cultists with the barrel of explosives. It was pretty funny. And then disappeared. Commander Bigitha lodged here. The visitor seems to take pleasure in the sound of your name, caressing each syllable with his black tongue. Nobody mentioned the black tongue? Okay. And licking his pierced lips suggestively before offering you a charming smile. Didn't I see you before? Oh, yeah. You played an unforgettable prank on those cultists. I realized then that you were just what I needed. I've been watching you for a long time. Since the day you began your journey to the heights of glory. You still have a long way to go before you reach the pinnacle, but what if I could help you take the next step? Very powerful and wise beings will soon be holding a meeting of the council, where they will decide what is to be done about the world. You'll be a welcome guest at this meeting. Council question mark? No, no, no. The visitor wags a long, manicured finger at you. Save all the questions for the council. The walls have ears, after all. Please, join us and we will explain everything. When you are ready, look in the closet in your chambers. Bidding you farewell with a playful wink, the visitor vanishes into thin air. I'm not sure I want to go looking for this creep in my closet. Invitation to a council meeting. Use the closet to go there. Yeah, so apparently going into the Citadel was how we started things progressing, I guess. A middle-aged paladin with a genial face salutes you. His sparse grey hair stands in fuzzy tufts on his head, giving him a distinctly unwarlike appearance. Everbright Crusaders reporting for duty. My name is... Let's go with Char Cobbalen, and I am at your service. Queen Galfrey is gathering the main attack forces in Nerosian. She ordered us to replenish the losses suffered in Canabris and come here. We will support your troops. A tall, dark-eyed lad is standing behind Char. He passionately echoes Char's words. We are ready to go to the front immediately. Allow us to be at the spear of the attack. The old Crusader calls the young man to order. Morveg, don't speak until they're spoken to. Don't worry, no one will be defeating any demons without you. Char smiles kindly and tousles the boy's hair. So who's the kid? Oh no, just who are the people in general, I guess. Everbright Crusaders mainly, but we have a lot of volunteers who joined us. Those who arrived at the Queen's call but didn't want to sit in Nerosian waiting for the main army to set off. All the oddheads know that the front is here. Char nods at the boy behind him, the one who's eager to fight. We picked up this one too. He walked to Canabris with an old sword in his hand and a few copper coins in his pocket. He was going to keep walking to kill the demons. And then he would probably have laid siege to Threshold, no doubt. The boy's cheeks go pink at the old man's gentle mockery. He continues to stare ahead, resolutely and boldly. How were things at Canabras? Not personally, no. The Queen summoned me and the bulk of our orders to Nerosian. Almost all those who remained behind in Canabras died, and the ones that didn't were disorganized and leaderless. But the order did not perish. New volunteers have been pouring into our ranks. We're licking our wounds. Canabras is rebuilding. Life wins out. Nature is healing. People are coming from all over Avestan to help. Many are joining up with the Crusaders, just as it happened back in the First Crusade. Alright, cool, but I'm your boss, Skinhead, yeah? Crusader gives you a friendly smile. It's an honor for us, Commander. Let's give the demons a dusting. I mean, I was planning to kill them rather than lightly polish them, but hey. Hello, people. Why is this golem in my war room? Anevia. Who it is. Hi. No, let's talk about me first. What do you think of all this new stuff I can do? I can apparently summon a pony. Anevia gives you a long look, her lips quirking up at the corners. I don't know what to think of all this. You're a total mystery to me. I usually don't like mysteries, but you're different. Your crazy stunts somehow make me think that just maybe this whole nightmare might suddenly end by pure fluke on a positive note. I'm no expert in these things, but I think that's what hope feels like. Okay, so about how the demons are sneaking up on us. Anevia answers with scarcely concealed irritation. No dice. Our scouts crawled all over the area, down every hole. Nothing. The grey road was completely empty, and then bam! Whole army popped up like a jack-in-the-box. Only leads a few scouts who didn't come back from the gorges to the southwest. We found no sign of secret paths or underground passageways, and definitely no route we can use to quietly move a large force through. I feel it in my gut. There's an evil scum out there. We just have to look harder. Of course, I could send out more scouts, but they might just disappear like the first ones. Why don't you go there yourself and find out what's what? Then I might disappear, Anevia. Think! Anevia punches her fist into her palm. No, I'd like to give that rat Nura a good shake. How long was she serving the demons, I wonder? Well, according to her, the whole time. I'd bet good silver if I turned her upside down and shook her as hard as I could, something interesting in Fallout. Not just lice. Wow, bit harsh. Know anything about Minago after she jumped off this building? Anevia shakes her head sharply. Nope. 0. Zilch. A whole lot of nothing. The scum melted into thin air. Soldiers saw her jump out the window, run through the square in front of the citadel, and suddenly disappear. We haven't heard anything from her since. I don't like it. I'm telling you, this is bad. First of all, I kind just don't just give up. We can't see her. It means she's setting a trap for us somewhere we won't expect. I mean, it'd be great if the Demon Lords just gobbled her up for all her failures, but I think that's too much to hope for. That's not the worst part. We have a more interesting question, you know. I wonder how she teleported from the city if by that time you'd already hung the banner. Soldiers are saying it probably wasn't in full force by then, but you and I both know that's dross. She wasn't supposed to be able to teleport, but she did. The question is how. I don't know. Bye. Alright. Irabeth, I found your sword. Irabeth's eyes are vacant. Her thoughts are clearly somewhere far away. Seeing you, though, she snaps to attention. Hail, Commander. Found your sword. Praise Iomade. Irabeth takes the sword as gently as if it were a living creature and sheathes it in the scabbard. I don't know what to say. I'm forever indebted to you. I never thought I'd get my sword back. No, but then you told me about it, and you tell me about things, and success happens. Please, allow me to reward you, and please, no objections. I could never replace the sword. I shall never part with it again, I swear. 50,000 gold? Apparently I am getting paid. Anyway, can we talk about the bit where you need some therapy? Irabeth looks away. I was shamefully weak-hearted. The battle for Dresden is a black stain on my honor. I don't know what came over me, but I don't deserve to be a knight, still less a commander. Under the circumstances, leaving my position would be tantamount to desertion. Still, as your advisor, I strongly recommend you release me from my position as head of the order, strip me of my knighthood, and send me to serve in the condemned. What's my diplomacy mod? 21. And my intimidate is also 21. If you deserve those titles more than you, don't blame yourself. Who will lead the Eagle Watch then? I don't have a replacement. That suggestion is no better than desertion. So just demote you? Or just be like, okay, bye, but also I don't have anyone to replace you. No. I'm not punishing her for having a panic attack. Thank you, Commander. The gratitude in Irabeth's voice is sincere. A spark of enthusiasm appears in her eyes, which have grown dull over recent weeks. The half-orc salutes you sharply. For a moment, you once again see the Irabeth who was ready to protect the defender's heart to her dying breath. Thank you for still trusting me, more than anyone else does in this crusade. Even more than I trust myself. Despite your words, Irabeth obviously still feels unworthy of her commander's rank. Changing her mind will require more than platitudes. Perhaps you can bolster her by appointing her to a position where she can work more closely with rank-and-file soldiers, those whose faith in their commander remains undimmed. Anyway, how's the Eagle Watch back in Canabras? Everything is going well. I was wary of handing over the reins at first. I was afraid that everything would fall apart without Nevia and me. But I took a risk and left a very clever lad in charge, a tiefling as it happens. He infiltrated the cult alone. They couldn't imagine a tiefling wouldn't be on their side. He exposed an entire cell. I personally knighted him just before the city was attacked. Of course, there were many who weren't happy about it, but it's not my job to make people happy. He hasn't disappointed. He's built up the Order's ranks again and is running everything so smoothly as if the demon attack never happened. He's proven more than once that I left Canabras in good hands. I admit it's so strange to think that such a small order as the Eagle Watch now has 2 chapters, one in Dresden, one in Canabras. Tell me about the Eagle Watch all the same stuff? I swear we've told me these things already. Yeah, no, so she built the thing. Success didn't count for much once the demons entered the city. On the contrary, we could have been dead. Yes, that's true. It's a good thing we achieved something. Thank you. Okay, apparently we were just finding out that you're the Queen's head of counterintelligence. If the Queen doesn't trust you, if that were true, she wouldn't have put you in charge of this army. My main task is to be your advisor until you've gained enough experience as a commander. As for counterintelligence, Nevia and I were tasked with keeping an eye on your inner circle, but you're not under suspicion, Commander. You're under our protection. Okay, bye. We can manage Crusade affairs. Let's go and have an affair with the Crusade. Oh my god. Suddenly, more systems. Thank God there's a tutorial. Now that you've captured Dresden, new options for the Crusade have become available to you. You can construct buildings and forts in Dresden, issue decrees, capture and investigate new regions. Both mercenary and trainable units will appear at the headquarters in Dresden. Demon armies will try to take Dresden from you, destroy them, or else after 7 days of siege, Dresden will be completely blockaded by enemy forces and you will no longer be able to command the Crusade. To access Crusade management, click the button in the bottom right corner of the screen in the global map. Developing each of the Crusade's stats opens up new options to empower your armies and economy. Military focuses on drilling and training units, recruit units to get more. Logistics focuses on economy and construction, construct buildings to get more. Diplomacy focuses on establishing contacts with mercenaries and foreign nations. Yes, that is the definition of the word. Enhance the significance of the Crusade by earning resources of all types to get more. Leadership focuses on morale and generals. Win battles, level up generals. Makes sense. Once the rank up for a stat will be met, you will unlock a decree. Your military campaign will require 3 types of resources: finance, materials, energy. Finances are used for all of the Crusade's various needs, but mostly to recruit people. Material points are for building. Energy points are for recruiting mythic units and completing decrees. Gain more each day, prevailing over demon armies in battle and constructing certain buildings increases income. You can also purchase things with gold. Okay. So we have things. Spies of the Abyss have attempted to infiltrate Dresden to find out our plans. It was only by chance they were stopped. Officers have suggested an increase to security in anticipation of new attempts. We can't do some kind of undead nonsense. Enter into the city and build buildings too. Yeah, I know, I'm just looking around. Recruit Inquisitors. Introduce collective responsibility. Deduct military XP for leadership XP. Select trustworthy soldiers. Unlocks the Senior Comrades decree. Yeah, let's do that. Theodore will personally talk to the best among the Crusaders and select the most loyal and pure of heart to look for spies. These warriors will also serve as a model for common soldiers to follow. And an important inspection. A group of officials from Neurosian is on its way to Dresden. They want to inspect how well the Crusades are organised. What kind of welcome should they receive? Cold, lavish, as they are, or on the front lines? So, 4,000 leadership XP, more income and diplomacy XP, or more income and military XP. I mean, 3,000 XP sounds good, and also showing things as they are to inspectors is generally the way to do it. The officials were desperate to find some kind of fault, but they found none, and begrudgingly admitted that the crusade is organised expertly. Thank you, I am good at this. They promised to increase support from the authorities. So was. We passed our inspection. Hurrah. Decrees. You can only have one decree issued for each of the stats at any given time. Each decree has a cost and a completion time. Some can only be issued once, other have a repeat time. Okay. Stat rank up decrees become available on meeting rank up requirements. A relic upgrade decree, which turns a relic into a thing, becomes available when you have the relic. Yeah. Okay, well, there seems to only be one for the cross sword, so orders to Irabeth. Irabeth's breakdown, which occurred before the assault on Dresden, still haunts her mind. She should be reminded that she was, is, and will always be a hero in the eyes of the soldier by appointing her as commander of a small squad of crusaders. Unfortunately, because Irabeth's occupied as squad leader, her duties in the Crusades command have to be transferred to someone else. Okay, yeah, we can do that. 7? Oh, what, days, I guess? So yes, right, these relics that I was like, what are they even for? We are going to be able to do things with. The Fate of Soulshare, because Socio probably doesn't want to be summoning demons all the time. 50 energy? That's more than I have. Fate of the Crest of the Fallen Knight? I can do. Sure. Issue. And we have one of these. Lost Scouts. Upgrade an outpost to a bastion. Forming a logistics council. I mean, logistics is very important. Or study the Sword of Valor. Logistics sound important. Success of military action depends on a regular supply of everything troops need and the judicious distribution of resources. The Logistics Council, made up of experienced officers, will ensure there's no chaos in the army. I mean, there's going to be chaos in the army, that's my whole thing. While the commander's attention is focused on causing chaos on the front line. Sure. No accidental chaos out here. Only intentional. Just take the alerts of all of those. Oh, so, right, forming a logistics council is ranking up our logistics. Where can we see our stats? Where are our stats? Alright, so these are all sub-tabs and decrees. Okay. Now we need infrastructure. Oh god, there's so much more game suddenly. British infantry, but barracks, range, but shooting range, cavalry stables. Makes sense, but there are still mercenaries. Yeah, cool. This is... yeah, this all makes sense. assign them to Army 1? Oh, because 2 and 4 are the ones that are actually in Dresden. That makes sense. So what do we have in these new players? Champions? Paladins? And, yeah. That's the ones we took Dresden with, I think. Okay. Okay. There's a lot going on here. Still don't know where to see our stand. Party teleportation. Neat. So, yeah, I guess we should go... Oh, there's the stat. Cool. It probably told me that. Okay, so let's close this. Don't really need to talk to the painter golem. Can I issue a decree from this balcony yet? Also, why has Clyde gone away the minute I went inside? Honestly. Fair weather dinosaur much. There doesn't seem to be a huge amount else in here, but I'll look around anyway. Anything in what is, I guess, my bedroom? Aha! Loot! A book I won't read. Love it. Oh yes, and also our closet, where we can have a meeting of the council, question mark? Why is this table in our closet? Well, we sure have presumably teleported. Hi. The spacious room is immersed in darkness, and the only source of light comes from a round table at its center. My god... That's not round! Words mean things, my guys! This... learning moment with Bigitha, that is a hexagon. The strange visitor who invited you here is sitting at the table, along with several other humanoid figures and a hippogriff. They appear to be having an intense argument. Very quietly while I read this.
Let's finally decide what we are going to do about the world wound,
Says a tall woman with the head of a lion. She's dressed in a white and gold robe, and her amethyst-coloured eyes gleam as she turns her stern gaze upon those present. Why are you all in my wardrobe? Excellent. I love that they give us the option to say this. Those sitting at the table are so engrossed in their debate that they pay no attention to you. Great. Only the stranger who invited you to this meeting gives you a warm smile and gestures for you to come closer. Are these the gods? A hippogriff wearing a shiny mithril breastplate emblazoned with Abadar's key bangs the table resolutely with his clawed foreleg. Typical old cob. Your visitor laughs airily. You've suggested this about 700 times. We can't just bring the army of Axis there. Axis? Oh, it's the plane of law. Even if Abadar happens to allow it, all the other gods, not to mention the demonic and imperial lords, and perhaps even the eldest. Oh yeah, the Fey lords. All of them will want to take part in the brawl. The world wound has expanded once, and this plan will stretch the hole between the planes even wider than Nocticulus. Never mind. In short, the civilization you love so dearly will be pulverized into a bloody mess. Ugh. Holes, bloody messes. Sokoth Benop, why do you always need to say such horrible, nasty things? A dark-skinned Vadrani woman purses her lips. She's draped in yellow silk, and white flowers are nestled in her shiny black hair. Look at things with more optimism. Why are you so certain this is what will happen? There is always a chance things might change for the better. We must not lose hope.
I think I agree with Tridali. Even if representatives of the different external planes from heaven to hell do come to the battle, it would be a great opportunity to sit them all down at the negotiating table. Then we can find a reasonable, peaceful solution to this old source of strife, as civilized beings should.
I'm afraid, my dear Eritris, they won't be in the mood to talk. Oh, look who's here. Tattooed man turns to you with a warm smile. Look, we have a guest. This is the one I told you about, Commander Bigitha Lordstadt here, leader of the current crusade. Don't you think it's time to listen to what the mortals have to say about this mess? Go on, speak. Share your opinion with us. I think we will give our response in a few minutes, because I need to think about it and also take a short break, because Twitch will not stop shouting at me to run adverts otherwise. So I'm going to run some adverts. If you could let them run, it would be much appreciated. But in the meantime, do the self-care things. Have a drink, have a snack. Get up, move around. Take your meds if you still need to. This is your reminder. And just go and give somebody a hug if they're chill with it. Hugs are good, this just in. And yeah, I will be back in a few minutes when we will talk to whatever this council is in our wardrobe. Alright, love you all. See you in a few. And I'm back. Hello everyone, welcome back to Wrath of the Righteous, the game where demon slaying has been replaced by civic management, and also getting summoned to the Council of Narnia, and speaking for Earth. I think we're just going to give the anime protagonist answer. I don't know how we'll win. I only know we can't lose hope. Right. Of course, no one knows how it will turn out, but we must always believe in our good fortune. Huh. The hippogriff rolls his eyes contemptuously. Anyway, let's return to our guest. As you can see, she is an extraordinary person. Nice to be noticed. We should have invited a mortal to the council from the very beginning. They could have helped us see things from a different perspective.
Perhaps you're right. After all, mortals dwell in close proximity to the world wound and deal with it constantly. Maybe despite their, shall we say, narrow outlook on life, the mortal brain is capable of conceiving an idea worthy of consideration.
What does it matter if she has ideas? Just look how cute she is. Hey, she will be our lucky charm and bring us the good fortune we have been sorely lacking. Each chuckle from this shape-shifting creature sounds different from the last. That's going to be really hard to voice. Yes, we can already see that you've brought her here for a reason. Over the last few years, our discussions have become somewhat repetitive. Well, mortal, welcome to the council. You must have questions. We are ready to enlighten you. I'll probably give up on that soon. Where am I? Apart from inside a wardrobe?
Council chamber. This is a small demi-plane, kind of outside all other worlds.
The hippogriff raises his head proudly.
Yes, I was just about to say, kindly given to us by Abadaj's attendants from his collection. But Benoth has turned your closet into a permanent portal.
He could have asked.
We'll be glad to see you at any time, although I can't promise you'll encounter all the council members every time you show up. I encourage you not to miss the meetings.
Who are you people? The composition of our group, as you may have noticed, is rather varied. These two beautiful ladies are celestials, in fact. I'm not ashamed to say they are imperial lords. Eritris, an Agathion, is the patron of debate. He is the one who actually convened our council. Dali, an Azata, is the patron of serendipity.
That is right. All points of view are represented on this council, no matter how hostile they are to one another, for this is the only way to achieve the truth.
So it's the magic UN.
The Abyss is represented on the council by the demon lord Sokot Benoth, with whom you are already familiar, and a Malbranch named Alekino speaks on behalf of Hell. He has failed to attend the meeting yet again. He must have had some urgent matters to attend to.
The hippogriff proudly pounds his clawed foreleg against his mithril breastplate, which is adorned with Abadar's key. The Quint friend is named Cobblehoof and represents Axis. And we are... The shape-shifting creature smiles with lips that change colour by the second. We are Shaker the Many, the eldest from the First World. We can't say we speak on behalf of the entire Fey world, but we can't say the opposite either. Now, what does the council do?
I convened the Council of Truth to...
Wait, isn't it the Council of Deliverance?
We voted and decided on the Council of Truth.
No, we didn't. It was a tie. For the love of everything unholy, would you stop this already? You are confusing our dear guest. Bigitha Lordshot here, my sweet. This council, whatever its name is, has a single purpose. Finding a way to rid Galarian of the world wound. The council was first convened shortly after the wound was opened, and...
Judging by the fact that you have to lead another crusade, it's not been very successful so far. But we are working on it. Sooner or later, we'll triumph.
Or not. It depends on which version of the future you perceive. Have you actually accomplished anything? Well...
We've discussed the situation thoroughly.
Huh? Well said. Why did you ask me here?
We have a common goal. Just like us, you wish to overcome the world wound, and have already achieved some success. Sorgoth Benoth is right. It is most appropriate for your voice to be heard on this council.
We don't expect you to serve up a solution to us on a silver platter. For now, I simply brought you here to introduce you to the council, and to bring you, so to speak, into our circle. It's a hexagon. Wonderful vibrations emanate from you. I feel our fate turning for the better. With a lucky charm like you, we simply cannot help but win. Alright, cool. No more questions.
In that case, this meeting is adjourned. Bigitha Lordshot here, welcome to our inner circle. I recommend that you talk to each member of the council informally, in a more relaxed setting. When it's time for a new meeting, we'll notify you.
Sorgoth Benoth's penetrating stare seems to see straight through you into your very soul. Oh, finally we can actually see a thing. Patron of sexual and other hedonistic gratification. Literally Lord of Sex, okay. In the words of his plaything, one that serves up the violence and destruction of which he's especially fond. He is the brother of no particular. The Demon Lord chuckles as if he's just heard a good joke. I'm so glad we met. Yes, indeed. All these years I've been looking for someone just like you. Now that you're on the council, the things we are going to do. Sorgoth Benoth's enthusiasm is contagious. You feel free, playful and unstoppable, capable of changing the world. The feelings float up from the depths of your soul like bubbles of champagne. Is this because I am also a chaos person? Oh, and now we can just walk around the council chamber. Well, let's talk to everyone, I guess. Darling? There you are. You see a dark-skinned, middle-aged Vidrani woman dressed in yellow silk. White flowers decorate her long black hair. Her cheeks dimple as she smiles. You are so lucky you managed to find us. Would you like a cookie? I made them myself. She hands you a parcel of fragrant cookies. You don't say no to a cookie. The sweet, fragrant cookie melts on your tongue. The taste of the unfamiliar spices lingers in your mouth like a gentle, sunny morning, filling you with hope and joy. So, we can pretty trivially bluff to get rid of Cobble, to, like, set them against each other, I guess? Do we want to do that? I mean, it'd be funny. Tell me about yourself. My name's Chadali. Mortals say I'm an imperial lord, and some even worship me, and I try as best as I can not to disappoint them. I heal some, make some stronger. But truth be told, I can't compete with the gods. Dali gives you a sweet smile. I was born because of a lucky chance. When a yellow aurora, a lunar eclipse, and a meteor shower happened simultaneously on Elysium. And I liked it so much, existing, that is, that now the only thing I do is share my happiness with others. One day this accent might settle down, who can say? What do you think about the world wound? A terrible calamity. It is our duty to fix it. The Vidrani raises her plump, dark fists, and thin bracelets clink together delicately on her wrists. We haven't succeeded yet, but you will definitely bring us luck. Do you believe in chance, luck goddess? Believe in chance? I create chances. I am chance. The woman smiles broadly, revealing healthy white teeth. Okay. Whoever you are, whatever you do, this world wants to help you. Your main task is to trust it, and not stand in the way of your own luck. So, I don't need to take responsibility, I just do whatever and chance will clean up after me, that's what you're saying, right? Of course not. How can you say such things? Surely one has to take responsibility for their actions, but without losing faith in chance. Although cleaning up after oneself is mandatory. One wants to help me whatever I do. So, if, for example, I was really, really evil and wanted to do bad things. No. Vidrani interrupts you mid-sentence, raising a plump finger adorned with a white gold ring. Not like that. So, if a brick falls on my head, it's my fault because I didn't trust chance enough. No. Jadali shakes her head, earrings clinking. Accidents happen too. It's not your fault. The world wants to help you. It just isn't always able to. But you have to hope for the best anyway. This sounds wildly unproductive and largely meaningless. And stop asking me these odious questions. You've ruined my mood. The Vidrani dives into the parcel of cookies and begins chewing furiously. Mood. Well, we'll see about setting people against each other after I've talked to everyone. Go, and don't forget to look around. You don't want to miss your luck. Eritris? The lion-faced woman gives you a stern glance. Her amethyst eyes seem to pierce right through your soul.
Welcome to the council, Commander.
Who are you?
Eritris. I am what you mortals call an Imperial Lord. My element is truth. The eternal truth, shining through the endless lies. The insights born only through honest, thoughtful debate.
So you convene the council?
Yes. Many have tried to solve the problem of the world wound with weapons. None have succeeded. I decided to try another way and do what no one has tried before. Resolve everything through peaceful negotiations.
And how's that gone? The lion-headed woman pauses for a moment to think, but then answers in a voice filled with unshakable confidence.
Up until now, there have been few successes, but we keep trying. The truth always comes out, sooner or later.
If you're an Imperial Lord, why don't you just fight Discovery and Baphomet?
A victory obtained through brute force doesn't prove anything.
I mean, it proves that you have more brute force.
And the more blows you deal to Descari and his followers, the more convinced they are of their rectitude. No, a true victory can only be achieved through honest, unbiased debate. When they see the error of their ways, the demons will lay down their weapons.
So what do you think about the world wound? Probably not a fan.
It's a terrible mistake, an aberration in the world order. As with any mistake, it runs the risk of becoming fatal if it isn't fixed in time. And as with any mistake, it can be corrected if the truth that refutes its existence is discovered and made public.
Not really.
The Council is working on finding this truth, and although the truth has eluded us thus far, we keep trying. I only hope we reach our goal before the damage from the world wound becomes irreversible.
Goodbye.
Go, and may your path be lit by the unfading light of eternal truth.
So, Soccer Benoff, hello. The creature's eyes are black voids, and his gaze holds the promise of both incomparable pleasure and endless suffering. Are you threatening me with a good time again? He puts a thin finger, its black nail carefully manicured up to his pierced lips, and smiles suggestively. Oh my god, this is every goth boyfriend. Well, are you glad you accepted my invitation? I, for one, am happy to see you here. Tell me about yourself before I start being a dick. Words are so boring. I prefer to show, not tell. But if you'd like to begin our introduction with words, well, I will bow to your wishes. I am Sokoth Benoth, a demon lord, prior of the Cathedral Thelemic. I grant my congregation endless joys and pleasures, even if their tastes are frowned upon by the more hypocritical masses. And try to remember something you've always wanted, a desire so shameful you don't allow yourself to even think about it. Well, that'll be difficult to remember then, won't it? In my house, it will come true. That and hundreds more things you can't even imagine. Oh, religion check. You've heard this name before. Sokoth Benoth, also known as the Silken Sin, is the patron of sexual extravagance and perversions. Moreover, he's also the brother and lover of the powerful demon Nocticula, although you've heard rumors that the two of them have not been getting along lately. So you're sleeping with your sister? I mean, it's a god thing, I guess. Sound of her name, Sokoth Benoth's face contorts painfully. She is no one to me. Less than no one. Please don't mention that name without need. Let's talk about someone more pleasant. About me, for example. Or you. Cobblehoof, those muscles, the broad, powerful wings, that strong back. I wish I could ride him. I feel like you were trying for innuendo, but you just said the thing. That was a single entendre. So you're a demon lord. Why aren't you involved in this invasion? Why would I be? Of course, Baphomet is always a welcome guest in my dominions. Sokoth Benoth traces his finger across his lips with a dreamy smile. But the fact that he's a great lover doesn't mean I'm eager to participate in any of his schemes. Fighting, conquering, seizing by force, here. All my victories come to me of their own volition, begging to be conquered. We're just... Like, I'm enjoying this, but also you're really leaning into the evil gay trope. I guess we do also have good gays. What do you think about the world wound? On the one hand, it's a disgusting monstrosity, meaningless carnage, so many boys and girls, mortals and demons, who could be making love to one another or hacking off each other's heads instead. On the other hand... For a moment, Sokoth Benoth's usual playful expression disappears from his face, as if the question has reminded him of something unpleasant. Stammering, he finishes quickly. On the other hand, the more chaos, the more opportunities. Opportunities for what? Let's set this up. You've thrown me off my rhythm. Let's set this conversation aside for now, all in good time. Sokoth Benoth's face darkens for a moment. But then with visible effort, he fixes his charming smile back in place, and the playful note returns to his voice. I will make sure you don't miss anything interesting, I promise. Why did you invite me? You can be sure that I have plans for you. But now is not the time. When the moment comes, I will share them with you, and I'm certain you will like what I will have in mind. But now, though, go mingle. I did introduce you to high society of a sort. They've given me the proposition a demon button. And if any of you think I won't press the proposition of the demon button, hello, you must be new here. Tempting the tempter. Sokoth Benoth reaches for your face, but his fingers stop a hair's breadth from your skin. With a sigh, he reluctantly withdraws his hand. Believe me, I have been dreaming about it from the moment I saw you. But if we rush into this, it might interfere with my plans. Let's refrain, for now. Dream of me. Make everything sweeter once the dreams come true. Alright, bye. Where are you going? You should stay a little longer. Demon blows you a kiss. I ran out of dialogue options that didn't feel like they would be not goable back from. Hippogriff. Mighty despite its years, the hippogriff in the mithril I have real trouble with that word for some reason. Breastplate looks down his beak at you. He gazes at you with the wise eyes of a veteran officer. Tell me about yourself. The hippogriff pounds his breastplate loudly and straightens to attention as if on parade. His breastplate is adorned with the holy symbol of Abadar, and he's obviously proud to serve his god. Indeed, he appears to have a high-ranking position among the god's faithful. What do you think about the world wound? The hippogriff growls as he pretends to put something into his foreleg, and then mimes crushing it with his claw. Okay, bye. And Striker. The creature that stands before you is constantly changing, and only their basic humanoid shape remains the same. Their race, skin, colour, gender, and age are all shifting continuously, as if you're not looking at a single person, but a whole series of people constantly replacing one another. Hello, Commander. We were very interested to see you. So tell me about you. We are Shaika the Many, they call us. We bear the title of the eldest. You can consider us a deity of the Fey world if you wish. This is not true, but we do not mind. As for what interests us, let's say we do not find it necessary to walk in step with time. Why are you constantly changing? It makes you really hard to voice. Everything is changing. Or more precisely, everything is eternal and unchanging, and perhaps it is only from the perspective of mortal observation that it changes. Do not be offended, but it is difficult to explain this to a creature who lives only in one time, sees only one present, and thinks they are moving toward one future at a constant speed. Let's say that the way we appear to you may give you a vague idea of how you and your world appear to us. What do you think of the world wound? The wound itself holds no particular interest for us. It's just a rift between planes. This world has seen worse troubles. What's really interesting is all the ways in which it will and won't be closed, and all the youths that will have a chance to perform this feat. Did you find it boring to live your life knowing all of everything forever? An amazing question. Of course, an existence in which we observe all the possible versions of the past and the future at the same time, as if we're some kind of unchanging crystal, would be deadly dull. Actually, when we allow mortals to view our archives, they usually kill themselves out of boredom when they finish reading. Have you ever heard of a lich named Darokath? Or did he not exist in your time? He was such a bore. Or he will be. Or will he not be? Well, it doesn't matter anyway. Fortunately, we have an escape. Of all the blessings granted to mortals, we have kept forgetfulness and absent-mindedness for ourselves. Whenever we are, we have only a faint idea of this time. Instead of looking wistfully at all the times at once, we only recall them as necessary, and thus we are always interested. You exist outside time. Couldn't you just not tell us all the answers? Couldn't we cheat to the end? We know many answers, this is true. But you have no idea how difficult it is to watch the possibilities. Time flows in parallel branches of reality. What is true in one of them can be wrong in another. Imagine what could happen if we get things mixed up, give you answers that don't belong to the world in which you live. It would be a terrible confusion. An entire reality might collapse. Don't ask us. We don't do that anymore. Do I win? Yes and no. It's all up to you. We won't influence your choice. As it happens, we don't care which of the possible paths you will take, because we see them all. Goodbye. Beyond saying goodbye. That was an exercise. I'm gonna pop a save just before I ruin the magic UN. So, Sex Demon. I don't think Cobblehoove likes you. Tim, you're just another demon. I know. He sees our alliance as temporary, will strike as soon as I give him cause. However, I'll always be one step ahead of him. Because I don't need a cause to strike. Oh, and Eritris told me there was a conspiracy. Really? Stocketh Benoth's black, void-like eyes turn in her direction. He gazes contemptuously upon the lion-headed woman in the white and gold robe, lingering on the curve of her breasts because he's a creeper. This scraggy cat deems herself a lioness and thinks she can set counsel against me. The one I recommended she convene. Let her try. You'll hear how she meows. Alright, so do we have to do that with all of them? Eritris, Cycloth Banoth said he'd join this so he could get under your skin.
Oh, I know about his feelings quite well. He doesn't conceal them. Alas, above infinity, he is tempted by intimacy, and it does not matter with whom, whether it is me, Alekino, or Koblov. Until now, I assumed that for the common goal of finding the truth, I could turn a blind eye to these destructive inclinations. But you may be right. It is possible that he is the one leading us astray.
The lion-headed woman's fingers stray to the hilt of the dagger. Goodbye. Chidali, Cobblepoof has bad vibes. This is true. I was hoping he'd come to his senses, understand that he shouldn't stand in the way of chance, and that our luck can change, even surprise us. But now that you are Lucky Charmer with us, his negative influence could have terrible consequences. It's decided I must stop him. For his own good. Don't worry about him. When he understands why it was necessary, he'll thank me. Goodbye. Cobblepoof. Dressed like a Benoth. With a furious growl, the hippogriff runs his claw across his throat. Clearly does not view Sokoth Benoth as an ally. And Chidali's here to infect everyone with her insanity, and really that's my job. Shooting a quick glance at the dark-skinned woman, the hippogriff nods grimly. His mighty claws scratch the floor with a rasping sound. Okay, bye. Oh. Striker, do I get to do anything with you? No, bye. Okay, now that I've done it to all of them, do I have any new options? No, bye. I guess. Any other interactables around her? How do I leave? How do I leave? Ah, to the bedroom. Oh, possible I couldn't see any interactables because I forgot that sight radius was a thing. Okay, so we've sown Discord among the Magic UN because we thought it would be funny, because chaos. And now, let's leave. Bye. And my pets appeared briefly and then died. We won't go to sleep because we've already seen how that's a terrible idea. What if we go back to the council chamber? Well, they all have murdered each other already. It's one room game. It can't take that long to load. Well, everyone but Cycle Benoth is... Oh, no. No, they're just loitering. Anything new with any of them? No. Dally, Cobblehair. No. Alright. Bye-bye. Something with that will presumably happen at some point. What a weird side story.
Onwards.
Stop just shouting to yourself alone in your citadel. It's weird. This does not look like it goes outside. Oh, what the... Alright, so fast travel. Because this new hub level is enormous. Great. Great, great, great. Very cool. Well, let's not fast travel for now. Let's regular travel. Which I could make fast travel, because I have Launch Rider.
Move out.
Can I address people from the balcony? No? Honestly, this game isn't even trying. Okay, so no, that is the only way to get out.
Head on.
To the streets, I guess? And a very long black screen. Oh. Can I get on Clyde yet? Nope. Great. Well, let's explore our new fortress that we will absolutely not see all of before I run out of time for this stream. Great. This is just because we spent so long being like, oh, we'll never get to Dresden. Now we will never leave. Ulbrich, hi.
Well, Warchief, where to next?
Okay, you have no opinions. And nothing to say. Great.
I lead, you follow.
Can't go in there anymore. Oh, there's all these people around. Arcane Weaver, exotic weapons, Wilsa Garms. Go and get your Garms, Wills. Oh, it's not beer, it's dice. That's it. For some reason, my brain said it was a tank of beer. Maybe I was just thinking of Caden Kalian. Let's talk to all our people. There's free stuff. People. There's a trader here. No? Yes, no? No, yes? Here's the Arcane Weaver. Makes arcane clothes. That makes sense. Shirt of Blazing Fighter. Love that anime. Gloves of the Ambassador sound pretty sweet. I have so much money. Races of Animal Fury for Ulbrich. I have so much money. Oh, sell all my crap. And probably a lot of this. Don't need that anymore. I'll keep that in case Wibjib comes back. I don't need 2 Bastard Swords of Hope. I don't need any generic equipment. These Agile Fist things, not actually that useful. Got a better glaive. That side isn't that good. Anything that's just weapon plus number can go. So I don't have any bards or kineticists. Any crap here? Books? Don't need those. Never need books. See, that's nearly entirely paid for these things. And the Arcane Weaver also sells scroll. Lots and lots and lots of scrolls. Jesus Christ. And wands. And scrolls. Pearls of Power. What does that do? Spellcast prepared spells once per day. You can recall any one spell that they'd prepared and then cast this day that you can just prepare it again. Huh. Neat. Probably never going to use that. More wands, more scrolls, more pearls. Okay, well, that didn't cost us much of our enormous amount of money. Also, I'm going to rob you. So... Gloves of the Ambassador for me. Oh, what would they be replacing? Gloves of the Neophyte. Actual first gloves will do more damage. No, those should be on Nenio. Why are they on me? Make Frost Ray slightly less awful, but only slightly. God, I look ridiculous. And Ulbrich, you should have these braces of Natural Fury, because you're always polymorphed. Always and all the time. And where's the... It said there was a jewelry trader here. Didn't it? Didn't it? Well, there are books I can steal. Because really, this is my city, so they're my books. Did it say there was a jewelry trader? I think I'm rotating the camera the wrong way. Is it you're here? Me? No sense of direction? The concept. This looks like a place where a jewelry trader would... Ah, there you are. I'm sorry, you were very small. That sounds amazing. +5 bonus on persuasion checks and +1 bonus on all skill checks to companions. Yes. Rings of protection, armor +5. Jesus, that's... Diamonds for purposes of dead raising. Blackberry, goggles of pure sight. Those might actually be useful. Plus, I think they'll look good on Nenio. I'll take 3 diamonds, because you never do know, and I have a lot of money. So I want that instead of that. Yes, technically the persuasion, but I'm mostly doing it for the party buff. Storyteller's ring. Better saving throws against fire. I mean, whoever, really. Nenio wants these goggles. Where have they gone? Where have goggles gone? What a look. What a look. Nenio's got shades. Oh, and she should be eating all these scrolls so that she can add them to her spellbook and then I can forget to ever use them. Yes, no, I had this other ring. Sure, Social, why not? Get protected against fire. And, yeah, strength bonus would be good for you. Have a belt. I mean, I've still got this amulet. Does anybody need an armor amulet that doesn't already have one and has space for one? I mean, Sealer, but she hardly needs more armor. Sure, why not, Sealer? Oh, Theomanda. I forgot you existed. You have a level. Have this amulet to go with it. And a cloak. Excellent. Sadly, not modelled. And you don't have high, medium barding proficiency yet. But when we level you... Who can say? Always good to have you around for perception. Proficiency, medium barding. Let's go. Yeah! The Amanda's so armored. Also, do I have to prepare people's spell books? Good, because I always forget this. Yeah. So, anybody who wasn't in the last... Actually, no, I'll just check everyone. See, even Camellia has extra slots that I didn't see. I mean, just Divine Power sounds good. Just buff yourself. You like the way you look that much. Anyhow, I have done all the slots for. The Amanda can't cast spells, shockingly. Healer finally has a level 2 slot. Her speed doesn't matter on account of she's busy riding a horse. Communal protection from chaos and evil sounds great. Ember is spontaneous. Social. What does Oracle's Burden do? Suffers all the hindrances of your Oracle's curse. Does he have an Oracle's curse? I thought he was just a straight cleric. Well, I mean, not straight. He does not, to my knowledge, have a curse. Weird. Weird that that's there. Anyway, Angelic Aspect sounds rad. Rake Enchantment, just in case we get dominated again. And become large. Actually, Pillar of Life instead of Angelic Aspect, but keep become large. So that sounds great. Or Muscular Light, nah. No, that sounds functional, whereas this sounds cool. And we know which side of that particular equation I always fall on. What's Grace do? Stops you taking AOT. Why do we want to call them AOTs? Attack over time, I guess. Just have another cure, I guess. Okay. Right. Come on, we've got a little bit of time left in the stream. Who else can we talk to? Darren and Camellia are up here. It's Evil Corner. I mean, sorry, completely undetectable and normal corner. Of course. Hello, Darren. You know what? Darren asks, not bothering to greet you properly. I've noticed a certain cyclical pattern in my life ever since I met you. First, something happens that leaves me positively intrigued. Then I descend into the depths of fear and anger. Then I start to think that it's not so bad. Then curiosity comes back, and then something even more dreadful occurs. The demons attacking my home and the city of Roundup was unpleasant enough already, but I thought I could compensate for that by striking up a curious acquaintance and having some new experiences. Then my dearest cousin threw me right into the middle of a crusade. And just when I started to see some positives in my current situation, the gargoyles kidnapped me. Slaughter in Dresden, following my triumphant rescue, effectively put out every spark of optimism that I've managed to gather. Now the city is in our hands again, and it's getting more and more tolerable to stay here. I feel surprisingly good, and I'm even beginning to find the city rather enjoyable. This brings one very reasonable question into my mind. What is the next outrageous and dangerous mess you're going to pull me into? Was that an overly verbose and oblique attempt to thank me and impart just how much you enjoy Dresden? Darren chuckles softly. Do you really think someone like me is capable of experiencing such virtuous feelings as gratitude and affection? Most certainly not. Your intuition betrays you. I was just mocking you. There were definitely some sharp insults hidden under all those florid turns of phrase, such as the way of aristocrats and politicians. And yes, I do like it in Dresden, much to my own surprise. Goodbye. We have been mocked. Message received. Melia said she'd be down here. Up. There's the bear sign. Melia. And nothing? Yep, can't even go to that corner. That corner doesn't exist.
Onwards.
Melia! Greeting. No, that's exactly the same. That is all of your dialogue that exists. What's in this house? Can we rob it? I fear that we've created too much order around here. We should fix that. Aha, there's a book. I'm going to steal it and not read it. I mean, obtaining books and then not reading them is what I do in reality anyway. So, you know, a little bit of immersion there. These black screens are occasionally worryingly long. Partly because I remember trying to play the first Pathfinder game on my Xbox and just all loading screen crashes all the time. I was worried that would happen with this one. Over here we have more traders, a blacksmith, and an exotic weapons person. Wonder what happened to the last blacksmith. Anyway, let's not think about it. Yep, this is where you buy your weird things. And here's Wilter. We never did more dialogue with him. Do we really need this much alcohol? Whatever. Are you going to manage the fortress now instead of the camp? No way, Commander. The quartermaster throws up his hands. Not in a million years. I can manage an expedition just fine, but running a fortress is a different kettle of fish. That's enough work to make a man's head explode, which is why they sent us an expert from Nerosian. Her name is Dorgelinda Stranglehold, and you thought Bigitha Lordstatir was a silly name. I've seen how she handles things. She knows what she's about, that one. They bless her. She'll be managing the fortress, and I'll keep taking care of the soldiers, just like I've been doing. Okay, bye. Oh no, wait. I should actually look at your offering. Not really the word I was looking for, but it's what we got. This is the same stuff. These are the same things you had. Yep, I recognize all these things. And then half of it is junk I sold you. And God knows there's been a lot of that. And the blacksmith has all the stuff Jarn had before I killed him. Who got a trident? Lets me summon water elementals. I mean, it would be less practically useful than my battle axe, but on the other hand, I'd have a rad trident. No, the constitution damage on this is too good to pass up at the moment. This, on the other hand, whenever the wielder of this +3 caustic club kills an enemy, it summons a huge earth elemental. Damn it, I'm out of money. Well, I'll remember that, she says, not going to remember it. Anybody else up here? Nobody's marked on the map, but that probably just means the interesting people are up here. Interesting people never let themselves be put on maps. Well, you should never buy one of those maps to Stars Homes if you're in Hollywood. None of the interesting people will be on it. That's just how it works. Oh, bollards. See, at least those streets actually have a reason for us not being able to go in them. There are bollards. And you can't fight those. We should probably wrap up, but let's just head down to this area and see a thing. Don't know what the thing will be, but we have time to see an thing. Thing, present yourself. Oh, it's Ember. You are the thing we will see. Nope, no new dialogue with you. Bye. Really thought people would have more dialogue. Okay, that wasn't really seeing a thing. Social. No new dialogue. Bye. Up here we also have Char and Horgus and a one-eyed devil. And a pub. And shops. See, there's everything up here. Up here is where the interesting people are. But wait, they're all marked on the map. How can they be interesting? Damn it, I've talked myself into a corner. And this is why I should stop saying words. Wait, I think we just missed people. Hogs, my dogs. Are you aware of my special powers? Horgus grunts with displeasure. Do you even have those? When I first heard the rumours, I thought that you had learned how to fly or incinerate people with your eyes or something like that. Not yet. Now that I see you, looks like cantrips to me. There are a lot of preposterous rumours about you circulating around the city. They say that Lady Luck favours you in a special way, that no matter what nonsense you say or do, you will always come out on top. It does indeed sound like a useful skill. You're the ringmaster of a travelling circus, that is. In my opinion, a true marshal needs something more impressive. I don't know, I'd like staying alive. Hey, people. Char Goblin. Our Char gives you a friendly smile. Can the ever-bright Crusaders be of service to you, Commander? The Crusader turns to the young lad standing next to him and wags his finger at him with ostentatious strictness. Morveg, keep it to yourself. If you keep interrupting your elders, you'll be mucking out the stables for a week. Questions about yourself? What about me, Char Goblin? Or me, the glorious ever-bright Crusader and the leader of my order? A young man standing next to Char casts a look at his fuzzy grey hair and mumbles. Leader of the order, also known as Sir Dandelion. The old man turns to the lad and reprimands him loudly but kindly. Morveg, you insolent Keleb whelp. Show some respect for your mental age. Do you think you never grow old yourself? Tell me your backstory, she says, bracing. The old man scratches his thinning, fuzzy hair. About my life before the Order? It was so long ago. As a boy, I decided there was too much evil in the world. Someone had to do something about it. Tried to fix it. I decided to become a priest, but then I saw the ever-bright Crusaders, so proud, so pure, and someone next to me said, what arrogant snobs. And he was right. We ever-bright Crusaders actually are a little arrogant, so I thought maybe these invincible snobs could use the help and companionship of such a simple and warm-hearted lad as myself. Who knew that years later I'd become their leader? Tell me about the Order. The ever-bright Crusaders are not the oldest order, but our traditions are solid. For us, fighting the world wound is not a war, it's our service. We dedicate our lives to it and also our souls. We have high standards and live under many restrictions. We have no families, drink no liquor, play no games of chance, accumulate no wealth, and own no lands even if we were entitled to them by birth. We've watched Game of Thrones. We reject everything that distracts us, that draws us to a peaceful life. For our hearts are always turned to war, but war is a grim, ugly thing that makes wicked everyone who takes part in it. And we keep our hearts pure, so that we are not left sickened by war. So that our light does not fade, because darkness can only be overcome by light. Slightly circular reasoning, but sure. Who's the kid? Char smiles warmly with deep-seated pride. This is Morveg. He's a Kelid from these parts. When the world wound opened, his family was forced to flee. Why would you start with his ethnicity? That's a bit weird. What life they had. Poor, always hungry, cast aside by the world. When they didn't have any bread, they fed on rage and vengeance. That's not how that works. He caught this boy on the road. He was walking north to Dresden to kill demons. Dirty, gaunt, just looking at him made you want to weep. We picked him up, trained him. He's hot-headed and lacks discipline, but he's also smart and brave. When I look at him, I see the future of the ever-bright Crusaders. Okay, bye. I'm glad I gratified your curiosity. Okay, bye. And we've got time just to quickly talk to Morveg. A dark-eyed young man who looks like a typical Khalid, mildly racist, greets you politely. He casts a deferential look at Char, his mentor, standing next to him. A simple straw figure in the shape of a wolf hangs from the boy's neck. He's a witcher. How can I help you, Commander? Who are you? My name is Morveg. My family used to live out here in Sarkoris. The whirlwind forced us to flee, made us homeless. Most of our clan died of starvation and disease. We've been wandering the river kingdoms, begging, losing people. But we've never forgotten who we were and where we came from. When I heard another crusade had been declared, I came here to fight demons and claim vengeance for the homeland of my ancestors. What do you think of Char? The boy looks at the old man standing next to him with sincere gratitude. He's got a big heart. He picked me up, gave me food and clothes, took me on as an apprentice. Although I was no one to him. You know, as vagabonds don't often come across generosity like that. Char is kind to me. But my master's nature is too soft. He doesn't understand that it's impossible to keep your soul pure when you fight demons. We Khalids of Sarkoris have learned this bitter truth. We know that any means are justified for fighting demons, but Char can't see that we're right. We've paid for the privilege of hindsight with the sea of blood and the loss of our homeland. Very intense, bye! Good luck to you, Commander. Keep fighting until these monsters are defeated. Alright. There are many more things still to see in Dresden. I do actually have things going on in the city where I actually live, by which I mean in my actual life, in my house. Yes, the city of my house. So, I'll just quickly do the wrap-up, in which I say that thank you for watching. I say that thank you for watching. That doesn't make a huge amount of sense, but I say thank you for watching. Thanks if you stayed to the end of this slightly unfocused thing in which we made progression. Yeah, genuinely means a lot to have you all around. If you've been watching this, you know where to find me. But just in case, this is twitch.tv/Serasent. That's SERASENT, the House of Hubris. Streaming here every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 2 PM British time. When I can, you know, actually do it on time. That is 9 AM Eastern, 6 Pacific. Other time zones very much available, but you can do the maths yourself, or you can just give us a follow and get notified whenever I'm around. If you do miss anything, VODs are on the Twitch for 8 weeks after the fact for everything else. Link to the YouTube is down there. It says VOD Archive. Or it is youtube.com/@houseofhubris, where you can find everything going back very nearly 3 years, which is a hell of a thing. We've played many games. There'll be something there for you, and if there isn't, let me know and I will see what would be. Possibly. I make no promises of anything ever. While you're there, why not subscribe? Helps me make number go up, but more importantly, helps you get hot, fresh VODs in your inbox every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday as long as they're uploading. They are on a slight hiatus at the minute because of the bit where I got COVID, and now I have to build a buffer back up. Because that's an integral part of PCR testing. Bad joke. Threw myself off with that bad joke. Yeah. If you feel like supporting me bringing the magic UN in my wardrobe into chaos financially, you can of course cheer or subscribe here on Twitch, but that's very much not necessary. Just turn up and hang out, be chill and be good to each other, and then everyone's having a good time. If you want to find me elsewhere on the internet, then again, socials down there, or it's House of Hubris pretty much everywhere, at House of Hubris on Twitter, at House of Hubris at kind.social on Masto, at houseofhubris.bsky.social on Blue Sky, where I post about the stream, but also other projects I'm doing and other general social media things. Lots of exciting announcements coming up about things in the near future, and for all of those, you can check out those things I just pointed at. So do that. Also, check out Chaker Season 2, currently airing. I'm in it, and it's good. Other things are airing that I'm in as well. Just, like I say, look on the socials, and, yeah. Or Google my name, I guess. It's not that common. Cool. I think that's everything. I've largely run out of what I was trying to say, so I think I'm just going to stop saying words now. I'm going to trust that I've said everything that needed to be said. And I'm going to say, once again, as ever, love to you all. Take care of yourselves wherever you are. I will see you again on Tuesday, which will be the 3rd anniversary of the stream, in which we will not be doing 12, 12, 12, 12, because Jesus Christ, life has been such a thing lately. I might be doing something less dramatic for it, but we shall see. Anyway, watch this space. Love to you all. Take care of yourselves. And I will see you again on Tuesday. Bye.